You're welcome back, and you're still watching the AM show. Just gone by an interesting discussion from Mustana Bila interviewing the former Black Stars Queens coach, or if I beg your pardon, the former Black Queens coach. That's Mercy Tego Kwaku with that interesting discussion. We'll be going to Safari Valley for the interesting discussion on tourism. But right now, we'll be discussing the EC concerns about minors being registered at the ongoing limited voter registration exercise. And joining me for this discussion is Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Mustafa Bandi, who has some concerns about the EC's allegations. Mr. Bandi, thank you for joining us on the AM show.
Thank you very much for having me this morning.
Right, let's delve right into it. You know, the EC has been complaining about registering minors, and they've even said they've registered over 7,000 of those in their register so far. What do you make of these concerns?
Thank you very much. I think that first of all, the NDC as a political party believes that if you are not of age in accordance with Article 42, you should not have your way into a voters register. Our voters register must be plain and transparent enough, reserved for people who are of age, sound mind, and people who are Ghanaians. And so anything extra is something that undermines the credibility of our election process. The EC's position yesterday is quite surprising, very alarmist, exaggerative, and very lame, to the extent that the registration exercise is still ongoing. Every day, the EC record will show, because we in the NDC are also collating figures every day. Our election directorates have a center that takes data every day. By at least 9 p.m., we know what has happened across the country. We have also monitored the exercise. You will go to a place where the EC officer there will tell you that 200 people have been challenged. The adjudicating committee have started and they have cleared 50 or 150. The remaining are here and yet to be cleared or dealt with. So when you lump these data and you come on a podium to refer to those people as minors on the basis of using a picture, I don't think that is logical enough.
But Mr. Bande, from your own checks, these allegations of some of your party members or even executives or even from the opposition party busing minors to the registration centers, is that true? And
those people were wearing NDC shirts and they were wearing MPP shirts. That is not the ground to establish whether somebody is a minor or not. We are in a political season. The fact that you've seen people being barred does not suggest that they are minors. What will establish a minor is when the person has appeared before a registration center, presented himself, gone through the process by law, and, failed to establish the criteria as the electoral commission process requires. That is why those people are challenged. At the end of the day, to accept total minors, you would have to deduct the data of people challenged who are foreigners from the people who are challenged on grounds of age. And even in that data, the committee adjudicating on the issues are still sitting. This committee is chaired by the Electoral Commission district officer with representatives of political parties, and that they will require further and better particulars of people who have been challenged either by the MPP or the NDC in order to qualify or to be given voters' ID card. Until that is done, any move in the middle of the exercise, as the EC has done, is very lame. We cannot refer to people on the basis that they are suspected to be minors or suspected to be foreigners, and then we say that they are all foreigners.
Well, from your own checks, what have you established so far?
What we establish is that the EC is in haste. The EC is being alarmist. The EC is reducing the essence of the registration exercise into a campaign for new CI. And that, for me, is not correct. The exercise is ongoing. There have been manifested challenges, operational challenges, that we expect the Electoral Commissioner to be very proactive in dealing with. She is telling us that, you can shelve your consents, you can forego the consents, you can allow MPs to continue to feed the number of people in the queues, you can allow people to continue to transport themselves and get in accidents, and that will do subsequent registration. People who cannot join this one should wait so that they join subsequent registration. Is that correct? Is that the way to run a system? Well-meaning Ghanaians have complained about this system and saying that, listen, the way and manner you are carrying out the registration exercise, 64% of your own data shows that the people who have registered in this exercise use the guarantor system. What that presupposes that without the guarantor system, 64% of the people who have registered would not have gotten the opportunity to register at all. That is a clear violation of Article 42.
Well, Mr. Bande, kindly hold on the line for me. I have with me also Haruna Mohammed, Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, join me via the phone lines. Mr. Mohammed, these are the allegations coming from the EC that minors are being registered in the ongoing limited registration exercise. The allegation is that party members or the parties that are available are busing in minors to get registered. What is your own assertion of these allegations?
Thank you very much. I think this is a worrisome news. The New Patriotic Party has raised concern over the registration of minors over the time. His Excellency the Vice President has done so. The General Secretary of our party and the National Chairman had complained about this matter.
Mr. Mohammed, can you speak up for me, please? Your voice seems to be a bit low.
Okay, I'm saying that this is a matter that is a concern for all of us, and the MPP has raised concerns over registration of minors. We have been monitoring at the centers. At some point in time, we have seen that minors are in the queue. Some of your sister stations have interviewed people, specifically at the Kampala Registration Center, where I did a lot of monitoring there. We saw a lot of minors, and it is not good for us as a democracy. We will not be able to tell who are the people doing so, but from where I saw, in Tamale, I saw clearly the NDC sending people, minors there, and defending these minors, writing papers onto their hands for them to go and register. So I'm not surprised that the NDC is not speaking about this illegality, but they are seeking to go around and say the EC is trying to justify the use of only Ghana cards. I think that if you look at the percentage...
And before you go on, Mr. Mohammed, when you saw this, what did you do? Did you report this to the police, seeing that it is an illegality?
Yeah, we reported to the officials. We reported to the officials that this is what is happening. The police officers that were there at some point in time, if you check, that's why they said that a lot of them have been challenged. That is why it's mentioned, the EC has mentioned that is why there's a lot of challenge. Yes, our agents are there. They are challenging these people in terms of their registration, and it is worrisome. This is the future of Ghana. These people will pick up and then grow to become proper citizens, and their ages have changed from the beginning just because somebody is desperate to become president or come back to power. Let's stick to the facts and stop attacking the EC just because they have said or they have not done something that you think that they should have done. We are all worried. We are all worried. It is something that is illegal. And I think that this is something we have to all tackle. Yes, the grantor system is a system people have used to register most in this particular registration. It is the same system that is slowing down this registration. It's the same system. If there is a use of Ghana card, everybody's age and every detail is on that particular Ghana card. And I think that if we are all singing one song, I think that is going to be very good for all of us. Minus registration is something that the NCP is not in support at all. Not.
Well, Mr. Mohammed, with these allegations you are making, in which form were these people registering? Were they using the guarantor system or they were using the Ghana card?
All of them, they are using the guarantor system. I said they will write ages into their hands, papers. They will write it in the papers and give it to them. I'm from the north. I monitored from Kabali. I monitored the entire northeast. I monitored the model region. And I'm telling you that in the Tamale Center, if you go and check, you will see. And your sister TV station, one of your sister TV stations, interviewed one of the girls who were registering. He said, I'm 14 years of age and they have not still come to register me. I am there for how many, since yesterday. Yes, these reports that we have seen on national television, it's very worrisome. It's very, very worrisome because these are people that will get up and they would want to do something official. Meanwhile, their ages have been altered and they will retire when they are still very young. It's not good at all. Let's tackle that issue. It's a canker. Let all of us look at it and make sure that we put minors aside because the Constitution that has given the right for people to register and vote did not say when they are not up to age, they should go and register. This is a major issue. Let's tackle the issue of minors. Is it legitimate call from the EC or is it illegitimate? It is a legitimate call because minors are not supposed to register. We can interrogate other issues that we think that is going to beautify the registration process, but let's stop attacking the EC if we think that a legitimate call has been made and minors are not supposed to be
Well,
registered.
Mr. Mohammed, hold on for me. Mr. Bande, to dismiss the doubts of this issue of minors registering in this exercise, do you think the guarantor system should be made away with?
I think my brother has just woken up, so he hasn't refreshed his memory. And so I can understand where he's coming from. But let it be on record that my brother Mohammed, the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, is accusing the Northern region of registering minors. And that his understanding of minors registering is when you lump a data of people who have been challenged, yet to face an adjudication committee to produce further and better particulars to justify why they should be registered, amounts to being a minor. And that he actually agrees that the the EC can now demonstrate by pictorial views. Pictures we don't know where they took them from, pictures we don't know where they are coming from, and accuse political parties or the NDC or any other political party, the MPP, of registering minors. Because in this case, they didn't even say that it's a particular political party. They said political parties. The NDC, as he said, would want to have a credible system. We will not sing the same song with the MPP. They are not trustworthy. They go and have meeting with the EC, come back to come and jump and be accusing people of wrongdoing when the data before them have not yet been verified. That data is subjected to adjudication. By the time we finish the exercise, the EC officers would have adjudicated the matter and qualified and actually register the people who are able to prove their age. Number two, the guarantor system is a system that all of us wish that we have a better system. But that window is reserved for people who do not have official documents, public documents, to justify their nationality or date of birth. And so people will have to guarantee for them. In fact, purposefully, the guarantor system is to show that you are a Ghanaian and that people can identify you in a particular society. 64% of the current registration demonstrate that people have used the guarantor system. What that means is that we should tackle it from having Ghana cards for all Ghanaians. The MDC's arguments have always been that, look, Ghanaians do not have access to the Ghana card. The MPP and government is holding the Ghana card as a cocaine, and they won't let Ghanaians have access to it. If you go to offices of NIA, you cannot even get access to register. So until we cross that bridge, you cannot say that people who do not have public documents, such as Ghana card, should not be able to register in accordance with Article 42. Article 43 of the EC's functions demonstrate that they must take credible measures to expand the voters register in accordance with population growth. The population keeps growing. If you look at the queues today as we speak, the queues are more and more and more. What it means is that there are a lot of young people who want to register and vote. Do they have Ghana cards? No, they don't have. Is it their fault? And so when you leave the operational challenges and you jump to a propagandist platform to say that you are advocating for the passage of a new CI without purging the current system, we are in the same issue. Mohammed must understand that when you accuse somebody, you have an onus to establish a proof. When these same challenges of individuals applicants is done by either NDC or MPP, my brother hasn't gone to tour the exercise, so he doesn't know what is happening on the ground. He's
Mr. Gbande, so
when you go to the registration exercises, you will see that EC officials will give you a report and tell you that, oh, we have challenged individuals. This is the data. We have so far cleared this number of people. The rest, we are waiting to sit on it again. You cannot lump that data and come and accuse the people of being minors. EC's position is lame and very exaggerated.
Well, Mr. Gbande, but we cannot dismiss the allegations the EC is making. They are the body that is registering these people. But aside from that,
we are not dismissing it at all.
Aside,
we are not.
Exactly. So my question is, seeing that this is a problem, what then is the way forward? Seeing that you don't want the guarantee system to be done away with yet, what then is the way forward?
The NDC is not dismissing EC's position, but we are just saying that that position must be expressed in a context that is logical, in a context that resonates with the exercise. Practically what is happening is that they have gone to take data of challenge applicants, lump all of those people as minors. What about those who are suspected foreigners? 3 days ago, if you go to Techiman South, the MPP brought Ivorians to come and register. We have to drive them away. Let my brother call Techiman South. I am on the ground, so I have information. He doesn't have the information. Let him go to Techiman South.
Right,
and see the record. The way forward is that the EC should be seen doing their work well. They should not shortchange Ghanaians in favor of government. These people will go and sit in secret meetings with EC officials, sit in government officials, and come back and start very alarmist accusations that cannot be substantiated. That is a problem. That is a problem. When you have an EC commissioner that is, happy doing what is politically expedient and what is, what is expedient for the purposes of transparency, then we have a problem.
What is your way forward to ensure
Our
that
way
this
forward
issue,
is that as we speak today, the EC should understand that a lot of young Ghanaians are in the queues. They are desirous, they are impatient, they want to register in order to vote. And so let us take practical measures to ensure that we register these people. We are happy that the system is naturally running. It has its own checks and balances, collaboratively with political parties, to ensure that minors and foreigners do not get onto our voter register. The same guarantor system that we use to register people for EC is the same guarantor system we have on the NIA card. So any attempt to invalidate the guarantor system without putting down proper measures will also amount to invalidating all the Ghana card holders who acquired through the guarantor system. And so they should not start this conversation at all. They should rather put in practical measures. They are the referees of the electioneering process. Practical measures that will ensure transparent, credible elections. The current EC is below the bar as we speak. They have not reached that threshold. How do we progress when you have an EC that is alarmist? How do we progress when you have an EC that will not listen to anybody except covert government influence, except covert MPP influence? Is Mohammed happy that my people in the north will have to transport themselves from all the villages onto the district capital? Is the Deputy General Secretary of the MPP happy about that? Is he happy that in spite of the joblessness in the north, people will have to sit in motorkeys? And he knows that because we are from the north. We have to transport themselves to a district capital, will not get food to eat, will not get water to drink, just to register for a voter ID card. Is he happy about that? What a very shameful position. And then you come to sit on radio and accuse Northerners of busing minors to go and register. Is he happy about it? Is he proud of his position?
So, grateful for your time here, gentlemen. We've been speaking to Mustafa Bande, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, and Haruna Mohammed, also Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, sharing their views on the just limited registration exercise ongoing by the EC. And you're still watching the AM show. We'll be going to Safari Valley shortly to tell you, that conversation about the tourism sector and the prospects we have for Ghana. We'll be right back after this break.